An energy healing session usually entails Jackie will often like ask whatever is coming up for you, or she might just kind of scan you, I guess is what she calls it, to just see like what she's feeling, sensing in your energy field. And so I don't exactly know what she's doing, but she'll say, you know, something's showing up in this part of your body or your energy field, and usually she'll say it maybe dates back to this age or something like that. And she might even get really specific with like, is it something around, you know, so I see something around your mother or your, you know, whatever. And usually she's pretty dead on. Like you'll be like, oh yeah, a clear memory will come in right away. And you just sort of go into the emotion of that, whatever that is. And while she's like clearing it, and it sort of diffuses. So a lot of times like you can even feel the emotion come up and then clear. So that's essentially, in my experience, like most of what an energy healing session entails is just sort of this back and forth, and you literally can feel, like I remember when I did a one-on-one session with her, you literally could feel like the heaviness. I knew there was like heaviness when I came in, and when I left I felt like 10 pounds lighter. So you can actually like almost physically feel the difference in the energy. So my life has changed. How my life has changed since I started working with Jackie. I mean, in massive ways. I do a lot of different kinds of work, but I can directly pinpoint every time I work with her something specific changing. So it's, you know, my life overall has changed a lot, but then I can also just pinpoint sort of specific things. Like after I did a group money clearing with her online, I remember she did this exercise where you visualize your bank account and you see like more than $10,000 or whatever in it. And I don't think at that time I'd ever had more than $10,000 in my bank account. And I think within, you know, a few months or a couple months of that, I'd had that happen, you know, at least once. And then I did another online group clearing with her, and she cleared something around like fear or discomfort about being the center of attention. And I went to a party like a few days later and actually got like pulled into the center of this group of people, and they were all like doing this big group hug, and it was so literal, which is hilarious, right? Like these literal things will show up where you're like, oh, you know, and you know it's showing up in other ways as well, but I just think it's always fun that the universe is like, oh look, you cleared this, and like we're gonna give you this, you know, exact thing that you asked for. So I guess those are like the smaller things, and then of course there have been other shifts as well. Yeah. So after an energy healing session, you definitely feel lighter. Again, it sort of feels like you can feel it physically. A lot of times, like if you have a heaviness or something about you, you might like, you might not know what it is, but you know that there's like something heavy or something just not in alignment. And after an energy healing session, that just feels lighter and freer, like whatever was weighing you down is gone. So I would recommend Jackie's work to someone who wants to clear their blocks, because I would just say that if you have an intuition that there's something stuck in your energy, or that there's a recurring pattern, or, you know, yeah, just something showing up over and over and you can't quite get to it yourself, that's often something going on in your energy. And someone like Jackie, you know, she's one of the best I've worked with at just sort of seeing what that is and shifting it out for you in a really easy way. Like you don't have to really do anything or even know how it works. She just can sort of get in there and shift it. So like when I first worked with her, I was having panic attacks, and it didn't feel like, it was so out of alignment with who I normally was. And I knew there was just this sort of recurring pattern or something in my energy. She was able to work with me and like clear all of that, and like most of the anxiety like went away. You know, I haven't had that kind of anxiety since. So I would just say that can show up in a lot of different ways. If you have a recurring pattern in relationships or whatever that might be, often there's something you can work on, like the emotional and the physical level yourself and the mental level, but sometimes there's something going on in your energy. So working with someone like Jackie can kind of like clear that so it doesn't keep coming back over and over.